My first impressions were, it was funny because we arrived we were here in the CBD around 7 on the Queen's birthday. So the streets were empty, like there was no one around. All we could see was the homeless, like on the streets. And we're like, where are we, like, because there's no one around. Like, how come? There's no one. And yeah, so that day we just walk around for a while, and yeah, all the shops were closed. Like there was no one on the street. So that was very shocking at first, and then everything went to normal. It was just because it was a holiday.
When I came to New Zealand for the first time, I feel really lonely because I feel alone, and because lots of my friends, family, my close family, so I miss them badly.
The situation was I was only non-native English speaker at the situation, so I feel quite disadvantage all the time, rather than because I can't really catch up what they're talking about, like a general stuff. So I was kind of feeling a little bit isolated, but I don't really care. I didn't really care. It's okay, kind of. Yeah.
When I first arrived in New Zealand, I think this country is absolutely amazing country. It's just like heaven. Beautiful environment, clear sky, and that's definitely the country I want to live in. And I feel very relaxed and I feel happy. I feel I can be myself and just focus on what I need to achieve, and how can I be myself. And people are very friendly, and that's how I like. That's the most important part. People. It's not really an issue to me, even though sometimes my language barrier might be a thing that will stop people talking to me further. But I think my personality is definitely good, not that bad, but it's quite easy to talk to and liaise with and work with, of course. And I found New Zealand, it's just my country now.
I think the biggest difference, and the thing that took me the most time to get used to, was the fact that things work here. So if you go to the post office because you need a stamp or you don't know how to send a parcel, somebody will explain it and show it and do it for you and all of that. But in South Africa, everything's a bit of a fight. You have to really fight to get things done. So that took the most getting used to. In the beginning, when we first got here, I did struggle with the sense of freedom, because I kind of felt like something bad was going to happen, and I was just waiting for something too bad to happen, and it didn't, and then I kind of lost the plot a bit. Because I remember I went to, I just had my baby, and I left my nappy bag on the pavement, getting in the car and getting ready to go. And I thought, oh, okay. But we went back and it was still sitting there. But it's just, you're waiting for something bad to happen, it just doesn't. And that's it's like a weird feeling, like you're waiting for your basket to break, it's a very strange feeling though, but nothing bad does happen. You get your bank card posted to you and it arrives. It's just silly things like that. I've been called a dirty African, and we've got someone who just a couple of weeks ago called my 10-year-old a dirty African and told her to go back home, to which we responded that we were actually Kiwis now. Great, I find there is quite a bit of racism, and I think it's quite hidden. People don't really see it unless you're actually looking for it and you can pick it up. I think you do in a certain way, especially with regards to your language, and you don't say yeah, you say yeah. And obviously the Kiwis have intonation to their voices and stuff, which I've picked up just because you feel like you fit in a bit better. People can't really pick up where you're coming from or what country you're coming from. Because I've got a friend who's very Afrikaans, and she's got a very strong Afrikaans accent, and she says people do look at her funny when she speaks Afrikaans to her kids. But I'm English, so I don't have that problem. But definitely the language I've picked up on.